Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. It's Rufaro. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is a channel where we talk about everything Zimbabwean, everything Zimbabwean life, and everything life. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this particular video. So I've been wanting to film this video for a long time, but of course I've been a bit insecure about sharing the story, but I'm now at a place in my life where I feel like I can share the story. So today I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy, labor, delivery, and birthday story for my son. So if you guys don't know and if you're new to this channel, I have a son. He is currently 13 months old. So this is a very late video, but the thing about content is it's alive. It's not going to expire, because generally the experience that I probably experienced yesterday, or the things that I've probably experienced in 5 years, like 5 years ago or so, remains relevant. And specifically for this type of content, when I was pregnant myself, being Zimbabwean, being African, I went on the internet, I went on YouTube, having questions, asking questions, but I could only get content that I couldn't relate to. And then even when it came to being African content, some of the content creators just had so much more than I had. They're just living a different life from what I have, like what regular Zimbabweans would possibly face. So I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy journey. So the question will be, how did I find out I was pregnant? So the days leading to my pregnancy, I started having, not cravings, I started feeling very hungry. Like, I'm generally such a lazy person when it comes to cooking and all. So I delay eating. But at that time, I would get hungry, like so hungry. My husband is peeping. So hungry, I had to cook. So after I found out that I was being different, I then missed my period for like 2 days. Then after those 2 days, like, then I tested. Then yeah, it came out positive, boldly positive. So I never tested a lot of times. I never doubted. I never questioned. I just tested once, and I just knew like I was pregnant. And then yeah, so I was with my husband when we were testing, so I didn't have to surprise anyone or anything of that sort. And then after that, I then went for my gynae visit at 10 weeks, because when I found out, I assumed, because I never missed my period like the last one, so I assumed that I was on 5 weeks, because I calculated, and I'm an educated woman, yeah, so I googled. And then I just knew like, maybe I'm 5 weeks pregnant. And then I thought, I asked also Auntie Google, when I'm supposed to go my first gynae appointment. Then Auntie Google said I should go at my 12th week appointment, like at my 12th week. So I was impatient. I tried to be patient, 5, 6, 7, for another month, I think. Then at week 10, I wasn't sure. I then went to the gynae, and then yes, when I went, she put like a scan, and she said, yeah, it's a valid pregnancy, because sometimes it might end up not being a valid pregnancy. So she's like, yeah, it's a valid pregnancy. And then from that first scan at 10 weeks, I went for my scans throughout my pregnancy after every 4 weeks. So it was week 16, week 20, no, week 14, week 18, week 22, week 26, week 28, 32, going like that. Then I think at week 36, they found out that my gynae found out that my baby was breech, and she was worried about that. And then she thought, if the baby doesn't turn in like the 2 weeks, I was supposed to schedule for a C-section. So I was so terrified about that, but I'm Christian, so I prayed about it. And when I went so I started going for a scan every week. When I went for week 37, the baby had actually turned. And then I went for week 38, the baby had turned. So my pregnancy was generally smooth.
So, young boy, when you were 5 months old, well, not old, 5 months. When we were 5 months pregnant, we went to. This is Prince of Wales, where you can see Mozambique from here.
We'll take you, don't worry.
We'll
We
take you
want to.
if we want to.
You go with your own wife.
Mm, no, we're taking you when you're even 5 and 10.
I was quite active. I would walk a lot. Moana, it's time to see.
It's a cartoon. I wasn't born then.
I've been standing as long as I can remember. Dog, you know. Where did the dog come from? I'll do a lot of things. Or have I just forgotten? But I think I had a very smooth pregnancy. I only had a craving for food. For like 2 weeks, only I wanted food from this specific one place. But I didn't like anything specific. I didn't like anything weird. Oh, so I'm actually being reminded that my pregnancy was not smooth because I'd actually forgotten my wrist was painful. Like I'd feel like my bone is moving, like disconnecting here. And then so I had to get like a band. I don't know what it's called, but not a plaster as such, but something that I had to wear so that my wrist doesn't move suddenly, or when I make a movement, doesn't go. And then my legs were also quite painful, and I just had a but I was still active, even though I was going through all those things. And then so yeah, like I said, I had cravings from this one restaurant. I used to crave food from this specific restaurant called Gawa. I didn't have like really cravings, no. I just really wanted salsa from this place, and I didn't want to cook. And yeah, in terms of cravings. Then on my week 39, day 2, something very different happened. I was actually painting the walls in my house, and then I started feeling so much pain, like cramps, like more like exhaustion. I had been feeling like that like in the past, but then it was a bit different, but it wasn't so bad. So I thought, maybe this is not labor. Let me not assume. I took a shower, and then I ate, and then I went to bed around 9 p.m. and then I slept around midnight. I wake up in so much pain. I'm just like my husband, no babe, I'm in so much pain. I think we should call a doctor. And then we called the doctor. Then she said, no, go straight to the hospital. And then we went to the hospital. When we got there, they just did a few checks, and then they gave me my room, and they offered me food. I wasn't hungry then because I was panicking. And then so we're just sitting in the hospital room with my husband at that time, and we're just joking around. It wasn't yet so painful.
Vicky, 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 my Vicky. Utoramendo mlevi yako. And the pressure comes the diamond. Vicky, Vicky.
Then she says, I was at my love.
Then so I slept for a bit. They also gave me painkillers. I don't know what's called, but they gave me painkillers, like medicine. And then so I slept. And then after some time I woke up like at 6 or 7, somewhere there. Then they gave me breakfast. So at this point I'm just going to show you guys all the food that they gave me. And then because I was so happy, and I'm so happy about this hospital, I'm going to mention the hospital. So I was at Melbourne Maternity Clinic. It was such a good hospital. The service was good. The nurse aides were so good. The nurses were good. The doctors were good. Everything was perfect. They'll check on you. You can ring a bell if you want help. They would give you food. The food was like very good, like very good. The meals were good. They could offer you like snacks in between. So I didn't even carry food with me. I didn't need to have any type of food with me at the hospital. And then there was Netflix, and all those things are so useful before the actual painful labor and also after you've delivered your baby. And I also want to talk about how I picked my hospital of choice. I wanted to obviously go to Baines or Avenues Clinic, but when I went there, it was during COVID, so they didn't allow me to get into the rooms to see the rooms before I pay for it. So I just said trust issues, and I thought, no, man, no, I'm not going to pay for what I cannot see. And then I liked Mbuya Doctor's clinic, but then my doctor then said it's too far from where I stay and where she stays. If anything happens that's so fast, we might miss each other, or we might even miss the hospital and deliver at home or in the car. And then so I then chose Melbourne Maternity Clinic, which was a new hospital, and I loved it. And then, like I said, the service was on point. It was perfect. The nurses were good. The doctors were good. The nurse aides were good and so helpful. And I enjoyed everything about it. The food was good, like so good, as you can see. And then so I had meals. I didn't even need snacks or anything or call for help like from home, nothing. And then so from 6 a.m. I ate breakfast. No pain until like 12 midday. Ooh. So I was eating. Yeah, I am eating. And then I felt this pain, like
Like if you check all the invoices I am giving you,
I'm like, no. And then it came down on me like, so the pain just came from like a 10 to like 100, like in an hour, like boom. And then it was so painful. I've never gone through anything like that in my life ever. Like it was so painful. And then yeah, but the service was so good. The hospital service was so good. The nurses were so good. The nurse aides were good. The doctors were good. It was so perfect. It made everything better for me, even though I was in so much pain. And because my husband was there with me throughout the whole process, it made it so much easier for me. Even though like I got to a point where I felt so much pain, I didn't even want to be touched. My husband was trying to touch me, massage me.
What, my hand? Try.
Who I didn't want any of that. I was like, don't touch me, don't feel me, because he was also fuming. I'm like, don't feel me. And it's like, no, you need these things. I'm like, no, I won't. I caused so much drama. The nurse aides wanted to massage me too. I refused. I didn't want anything. I was just saying, call my doctor, because she was not yet there. And I had a feeling she was there, but she was just coming. She was waiting to wait for the last minute, and then she would come and deliver me. It was so painful. And the actual part which is pushing the baby wasn't as bad as the pain before the pushing. And then so the baby came, and then they put the baby on my chest. And then I saw that my baby looked like my mother-in-law. I'm just like, oh, these both look the same. And then then I got stitched up, and then they took me to my room. My husband was just monitoring them as they prepared the baby, because my sister had said you'd always look at the baby in case they switch the baby for you. Yeah, so we did that, and everything just went perfectly well. And then after delivery, after being stitched up, I felt extremely cold and so tired and sleepy. So I stayed for like an hour or two just after delivery. And then I woke up, and then I touched my baby, and it was so cute. And I then called friends and told people that I had a baby. And yeah, it was such a beautiful, painful story. I'm still traumatized. Even up to today, I'm still traumatized. Yeah, and then so after that, I stayed in the hospital for like 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. Let's see. Yeah, 3 days, and then I went home. I went straight from the hospital. I went straight to my parents' house. And then we stayed there for 3 weeks, and after 3 weeks, I came back to my own house. And from then, we've just been staying together with my baby. up to like 1 year later, his birthday, we just did something very small for him. We did a photo shoot and got him cake. Baby, yay! 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 Oh! Yay! Come on! Wait. We want to do a sweet photo. Very difficult. And also when we went to my parents' house, they also had bought a cake for him, and they bought a cake for him, and we just celebrated that and did a little bit of fun. Yeah, and then 3 days after that, it was also my husband's birthday. We did like a small thing for him and just celebrated as a couple, and we had so much fun. And I surprised him in there.
Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Oh,
Thank you very much, guys. Oh, okay, that happened.
That's the design of the house for you.
Oh, thank you very much.